Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Rosa podcast. This is like the third week in a row. We've done it like week to week to week. Quite
Brilliant.
proud of us, Adam.
The new us. It's the new us. I love it.
Doing well. Are you
It's
doing
been
well?
a
How are you?
yeah, not too bad, not too bad. A couple of decent results, but overall not too bad. How about you? How's work going?
Oh,
How's life?
work's busy. It's very busy.
Nice.
As you can tell, working in football is during the football season. It's hefty, but it's good. It's good. Keeps me busy.
Saw a couple of screamers for Science at the weekend. Was it the weekend? Yeah, scored a couple of nice goals. Dodgy penalty given away that luckily was saved. Thought it was a
No,
soft
it
one.
was a definite penalty. It was a definite penalty.
I don't know. I saw one that it looked a bit soft, but
No, it was a definite penalty. I knew as soon as it happened. And yeah, it's definite red card as well for Kenny McLean. Could have killed
oh
him.
yeah, absolutely right
Could
to
have
that.
killed him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean Liverpool and Norwich, I think both doing well. Norwich are now a. I bet. By the way, I don't know if you know the stat, but it's a crazy stat. Norwich are now over a year unbeaten at home.
Oh, the Carrow Road is a fortress.
It is a fortress at the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a crazy stat that. Obviously being in the championship, but you got
That's
to win
still
those
massive,
games.
yeah. Yeah.
Unbeaten at home for a whole year. Hopefully, we can go the whole season now unbeaten at home, and that'd be brilliant. Um, Fill me with a bit of joy. But we'll go on to the Premier League because obviously that's sort of the main talking point. No one wants to hear me waffle about Norwich. That was so 2021. You know what I mean? But
Next year.
yeah,
We
next year
got
we're back in the Prem. We're back in the Prem again. That'd be great.
another
Um,
year.
Probably won't happen, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But we'll go on to Premier League. Obviously, some big news. Obviously, we've had the Ballon d'Or, where me and you both thought Vinny Jr. was bound to win it, comes second, and Rodri wins it, which I think we'll touch on this first. Ballon
Yeah.
d'Or. Everyone's saying Vinny Jr. not win it is an absolute fucking mockery of football. This, that, and the other. I think people are just over exaggerating massively.
I think it's, in my opinion, a defensive midfielder shouldn't be winning the Ballon d'Or, but it's not like
Bloody
when you
fireworks
look
going
at
on.
if you're
Sorry.
basing it off of strictly stats or whatever you want to base it off, I don't know. If there's no one that was like, oh my God, he deserves the Ballon d'Or. He is the best player on
No,
the
but this is the
like.
thing. Centre backs have won the Ballon d'Or. I mean, obviously, it is before our
Yeah.
time slightly in Cannavaro, but I don't
I
think
think it's
I don't
yeah.
think a midfielder winning the Ballon d'Or is a bad thing. Rodri has been pivotal to Man City's title winning season. He's
He
been
has, but
pivotal to Spain's
mm,
Euro winning campaign. Granted, he got taken off at half time in the final, but he was pivotal to that team getting to that point in
I
the
think
first
it's like, would you watch a game of football to watch Rodri, or would you rather watch a game of football to watch the likes of Vinny and Mbappe?
for science. Yeah, no.
Yeah, do you know, like you're watching, you turn on the TV to watch players that excite you. Rodri doesn't excite you. I'm not, and it's like people think if you don't think Rodri deserves it, you're knocking him. No, Rodri is an unbelievable player, and if you're probably basing off of who's been the most consistent and best player for their team, it's probably him. Yes, but is he the best footballer? No. It's like
Yeah,
we said
no,
not too
I
long
do
ago
agree with
that
that, but I think in like I think people are over exaggerating a bit. You know,
yeah, people
Rodri,
are going a bit far,
he is
but
deserved of that award,
yeah, I think it just
but I
it
think
does
there is
show the
other players
lack
that are
of
probably more deserving of it, if that makes
yeah, I
sense.
think it just shows the lack of quality within football at the moment in the attacking areas. I think that freedom, that sort of there's only a few players that you look at and go, you actually play like you're not chained in like a system. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if you think you've gone on the days of Messi and Ronaldo getting 90 goals and then Neymar finishing third with 60 and Suarez and Lewandowski with 50 and fourth
you
or
got
fifth,
fucking Robin
whatever.
and Ribery
Yeah, and those sort of
making
players,
top ten.
Iniesta finishing eighth or whoever it is, and or Bale, whatever. And now you've got Vinny winning or well, nearly winning it with 35 goal contributions. That's like an off season for one of the top players back in, I say back in the day, like a couple of years ago. Like
Mm.
maybe that's the standard where we just saw two freaks go at it every year, and that's the level we've grown up on is them.
I think
And
even
actually, the
before
level
that,
is is
I remember my dad telling me of players, uh,
mm,
Johan Cruyff, Marco Van Basten, and
mm,
Dennis Bergkamp, players like that he grew up on, and you see the
yeah,
highlights of them, and they're unbelievable. Um, Maradona, Pele, like stretching all the way back. There's always
yeah.
been a golden era of football. There's not really been a downside.
I
Then
think
even
look,
going into the
yeah.
2000s, Rooney breaking onto the scene, Ronaldo
Or
breaking
R9, people like that. You had all those
R9,
Henri,
yeah,
Ronaldinho, sort of people.
Rivaldo. There are so
Yeah,
many
that's
fireworks going
there's
around. But
quality. I do think
Wow.
like Lamau is coming in at the right time. I think he could sort of. I think
Yeah,
if
I
I was
think
to
you
pick
mean
anyone,
Lamal's going to be one of them.
I think he can win three or four. I
Definitely.
really think he can.
Um,
And he's the sort of player, like for example, I'm there looking now. I'm like, oh, if Barcelona are playing the Champions League, I want to watch it because he's playing. I want to see what he's doing, and that's what like football is to me. Like it's
yeah,
goals. So I can understand people appreciate the system players more. Like Van Dijk nearly won it a few years ago, and as a Liverpool fan, he was arguably robbed. In my opinion, it was very close to him winning it. Would I have been like, oh, a centre back shouldn't win it? No, because the impact he made on his team. But I do think they should almost like do separate awards because you're comparing Rodri.
yeah, but then I
Uh,
think it's sort of
it loses its appeal if you
tarnishes his Ballon d'Or. Then
if you have a DM award or a midfielder, defense and attack and goalkeeper award. I know you have a keeper award, the Ashton Trophy now, but it's hard to say like Vinny Jr.'s a better player than Rodri. They play different positions, like not even remotely close. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can compare a Vinny to an Mbappe because they both play on the wings or players like that, but you can't compare a DM to a left wing. Like it's almost unfair. And I think I don't know. I'm glad someone else won it. I also don't like Vinny. I can't like as much as he's a great player, he's a prick. He's a scumbag. And seeing some like you see all the clips of him now, like when he's like some of the stuff he does on the pitch and stuff, like I don't know, he's not he does and what's also embarrassing is Madrid, arguably the biggest club in the world, you'd agree.
yeah, yeah,
They have their owner doesn't or their owner, yeah, technical whatever Perez is, Bellingham, Valverde, Carvajal, and they just don't turn up out of spite. That is poor. I think that's really bad. Every year you had Messi clapping Ronaldo or Ronaldo clapping Messi when they were getting their awards, and now even Haaland last year when he probably did get robbed from Messi winning, he was there front row smiling, clapping for him. It looked really sour in my opinion, and that's not a good look for
no,
Real Madrid.
definitely,
I think that is wrong.
definitely not. No, I think you're right. But we'll move on from the Ballon d'Or. We'll talk about Manchester United. Obviously, Ten Hag's departure has been announced. Do you think rightly so? I think so.
Yeah, I think it's been coming a while. I would like.
However, I think it should have happened earlier, if I'm honest.
I'm glad they
Because
didn't get Tuchel. That's what, as a Liverpool fan, I think that would have been the real worry for me is they got Tuchel.
well,
But
and it's not even that. You look at the position they were in 10 minutes before playing the FA Cup final. Ten
yeah,
Hag seemingly looking like he's on his way out if Man United didn't win. And that looked quite likely at the time. Man City were the favourites.
yeah,
One kept this job, gets given a whole summer transfer window to build his squad, brought in a lot of players on
yeah,
big
good.
money.
Mm.
Um, and then a couple of games into the season, it's not sticking, it's not going to plan, it's not going great, gets sacked.
14th and
Should have happened a a long time ago.
they should
Uh,
have done it even literally the week after the um,
FA Cup
FA
final.
Cup final. Yeah, because then they could have given the new manager actually the full transfer window to get
Give him a
someone
bit
their
of
own
time,
players in
implement his squad, and now he's
Right.
got to deal with Ten Hag's squad.
on big contracts who just come in years to go that he might not want half of them.
Yeah, and he's got
Um,
to get them performing to be able to sell them.
yeah,
So
that's it. Yes, it goes both ways, and I think I sympathise a bit with Ten Hag. I think sometimes the players that let him down massively. Obviously, I know the managers always tends to get the brunt of the blame, but I think there's been times where like he's played the plays people like United fans have wanted to, and they've just been dreadful. Like, do you know what I mean? Like the finishing away at Palace when they drew 0-0. Garnacho had so many chances. Bruno had so many chances. If they score one of them, they win the game. And then
yeah,
do you know what I mean? And that's where it's like you can't blame him for that. Um, but obviously, like against Liverpool and against Tottenham, where they were just outplayed at home, you can't be having that. And they finish, as I said, they're 14th in the league. I don't care who's in charge at the moment. If you're United manager at 14th in the league, you're getting sacked. Whether you're Sir Alex Ferguson, Pep Guardiola, or Eric Ten Hag, you're getting sacked. Simple.
no, that's
Like
it.
it's simply
And
not good
it's
enough.
gonna be a tough ride for them till the end of the season. Now, I think. I don't know how they're gonna do.
It's now just like they've got that free hit, haven't they? Which is a bit shit, really,
What's the
because
name of the guy coming in? I
is it
can't.
Ruben Amorim?
Amarin
We were linked with him. 3-4-3 sort of system. Good young coach. But again, you're going to have to go, well, this year's a sort of a free hit, and then next year's a free hit because he's got his own squad. So you're basically now going 2 years of where you can accept being shit again before you actually judge him. Are United fans really prepared to go another 2 years without competing for anything or like the top where they should be?
It's going to be
Personally,
it's a process, really, isn't it?
that's it. How many like process after process? It's
Yeah,
like,
it's
but I think they just need
it's a
to see
worrying
him.
time for them. How do you think they'll line up in Amorim's system? Obviously, it's 3-4-3.
Yeah,
Go out. Who are the three centre backs? You think that?
I think Martinez will suit a left centre back role. I think he'd look
Yeah,
good
I think
there.
Delit would
Lit and who else have they even got? Maybe that I think they might throw Dallo in there, or if Shaw's obviously always injured. Who else have they got? Johnny Evans or if yeah, Lenny is it Lenny Yoro?
yeah, Euro probably when
If
fit
he's back fit, he'll play.
he'll play. I think that's a very solid back three. Onana in goal.
Yeah, I think
Sort of see
once
and
they
then
haven't
wing
really got a
backs.
left back, so I think he'd have to
Maybe
play
even
a
Mazraoui and Dallo probably playing as wing backs for now. Dallo probably operating out.
yeah, or they might have Dallo as more of a yeah, they might do something like that and have Ahmad as like a wing back. I don't know. I think their midfield is where I question because I think he plays with two sixes and two tens, not so much wingers.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
two sixes I think is fine. You can have Ugarte and Mainu, which I
And
think
you two
works
tens of
okay.
what Fernandez.
And then what? Yeah, Fernandez and what are you playing Rashford or are you playing actual tens and then it's Ericsson or Mount behind Rasmus probably. So what? Are you benching Xerxes, Garnacho, Ahmad, Rashford? I don't know. It doesn't make
It's a bit of
sense.
a, it seems like a headache, doesn't it?
Yeah, they've got a lot of forward players and wingers, and now they're going to a system where they don't use as many. Maybe I've got the system wrong and said I don't really know the guys fully tactics, but basing it off what I've seen, and they'll inevitably probably sign Victor Gyökeres for 100 million, and then he'll come over and be shit in the Prem, but he's been killing it over there just because it's United, because they've got a bit of a curse when it comes to buying good players, and they just
And
stink.
strikers, it seems Rasmus hasn't really turned out to be anything
He just can't
exceptional.
stay fit, always injured, which is annoying because I think there's a player there, but he just
Yeah.
can't stay.
Xerxes just can't seem to hit the ground running.
He's shy. I'm glad that I knew from the beginning. I said on here that he would be a bad player, and I was correct. He scored in his first game, but I knew he
Yeah, that's
something
what
about him,
we
whether it was the hair or something, just
just
didn't just
flag off
just
his
hit there.
appearance now. God, is that
Oh
slightly
well,
racist,
no,
Adam? I don't know.
not going on his appearance. Let's not make it about that.
Hmm,
But
bit dodgy, Adam.
yeah,
But yeah, no, obviously tough for United at the minute. Um, obviously Arsenal Liverpool, sorry, happened at the weekend. 2-2 draw, probably a fair result. I think.
yeah, I'll take it. I'd have taken it before. Um, away at Arsenal's always a tricky game.
Yeah, you take them.
Just scumbags wasting time in like the 65th minute is just oh, it's I don't know. If I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be fuming because I think there was times in the game we were there for the taking a little bit.
Hmm.
Uh,
And they just sort of done nothing.
they went. I think that I saw a stat they created like 0.02 xg when they went 2-1 up.
Hmm.
They had no intention of getting another goal. Um,
Yeah, I think I missed that game. I don't know who I was watching another game. What was it? Was it
we just gave them set
Sunday?
pieces.
It played
Oh
Sunday.
stupid, that's what it was.
It was
But
Sunday. I mean, I know I watched Lazio. Do you know? I watched Benfica versus Rio Ave.
oh.
Yeah,
He also
brilliant.
had the El Clasico as well Saturday, which Barca killed Real Madrid 4-0.
And do you know what? Oh my God! Because I did cover that game for work, and I absolutely despise Kylian Mbappe. The bloke cannot stay
He was
on side.
dreadful. Yeah, I
And
think he's
he had
in,
eight one-on-ones that were offside.
in fairness, I think Barcelona's line is really good. I think
Yeah,
they've caught most
yeah,
teams
but they're like,
offside.
yeah, but this is the thing. As good as Barcelona's line is, great.
He's
But
that
for
quick, he
a
doesn't
striker of
need to be
Mbappe,
offside.
yeah,
There's
for a
no one that
striker
can
of
catch him.
Mbappe's
Yeah.
quality, he should not be getting caught offside 8 times.
Yeah, you'd think he'd learn his mistakes. I think it,
Because overall, I think Real Madrid were the better team. Just Barcelona took their chances.
oh, I don't know. But Real Madrid dominated the ball, but Barca, every time they went forward, they looked like scoring, like just
Yeah, but
clinical and just like,
yeah,
I really don't think Vinny works with Mbappe. It doesn't work for me.
yeah,
With
it just seems
Jude,
so confusing.
like poor, like, and I think Rodrigo's going to be the one who gets sacrificed, and he's the one who, for me, is the only relatively consistent. Vinny's very up and down, and I think the two of them just they're too. I think
Got
yeah, it's a
two
really wrong
striker
move for me.
system. Stick with a 4-3-3.
And
Rodrigo,
just you're gonna have to, they'll just
force
have to drop
Mbappe to play
Rodrigo
as a
and put
nine.
someone else. Yeah, but he's not good as a
Um,
nine. He's really not. Like you need him on the wing. Like they suited Haaland way more than they suited Mbappe, or like
but
they
they
and
got
you're seeing.
Gyökeres.
Yeah, they did. They suited someone like that. So it wouldn't shock me if after a year or two, one of them goes, do you know what? this isn't working. They try and get a move somewhere. I don't know, but it's a shame because it's exciting to see. You think of that team of all the talent they've got, and they're all young players, and it's like you want to see a good team, but it just doesn't seem to click. Even Bellingham's not been at it this season. Um, or people like Tchouaméni haven't been the same, which is mental. But 4-0, obviously Lewandowski got two. Rafinha's been unbelievable, which I find still mental to think he was playing like
Just
was he
fancy.
in the championship or was he at Leeds and then left before they went down?
Yeah,
Or he
left.
kept him up, didn't he? He kept him up at last day, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah,
Then he left. And since like he had a bit of a shaky first season, and now he's captain at Barcelona, just won I think Player of the Month or something, and he's been on fire,
yeah,
like
very good.
unbelievable.
Lewandowski's still firing as well. Looks
Yeah,
clinical.
and they had so many young players. I think it's really good to see their is it La Masia their academy. They had like 17-year-old. Is it? Oh, I can't.
I don't know who you
It's
mean, but I can't remember his name.
yeah. It started with a C or something,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
him
yeah.
and the guy in midfield as well. There's a couple really good young players, and it's like and Fermin Lopez, and it's like it's really good to see that there is that new crop of Barcelona coming through.
Yeah,
Um,
obviously, Lamine Yamal and like Pedro and is it Gavi?
yeah,
Them three,
Pedri, Gavi, people like that. Obviously,
they're
Balde,
sort of setting the pathways for like the next Xavi,
Ansu
Iniesta.
Fati. There's a lot of talent
I
there,
mean,
and like.
Ansu Fati's a stretch mate now. He's
No, he's still a good player. He's had his knees made of bloody like I don't know polystyrene. Like so,
brilliant.
like there's a lot, and it's good. Don't get me wrong. I think I'm not sure how the financial issues are now, so I don't know if they have to sell or something. But it's a good team that you want to see them really build on for like years. The challenge with the Oil Club of Madrid, who just brought everyone in. Like how many of them are from the academy? Are any of them from the academy?
Vasquez maybe.
Maybe him or Carvajal, just because they're the Spanish guesses. I feel like everyone else has been brought from
Yeah,
somewhere. Um, and that's it's good to see that two differences. And
yeah.
at the moment, obviously, Barca have won what 9 out of 9 or 10 out of 10, 6 points clear now. So and doing well in the Champions League as well. So that's
Yeah.
good for.
What we got looking forward to next weekend? Norwich play Cardiff away.
Yeah, you got that. I was going to say Newcastle Arsenal at the Toon.
Yeah,
That's
which
be
is always a tricky place for Arsenal to play at, as we've seen in recent years. And I think they need 3 points now.
they have to win. And I think it'll be a statement because Newcastle obviously beat Chelsea. I think last night in the cup.
Yeah.
I think it's Newcastle. They drew well with art. Like they drew with City at home and played unbelievable, and then lose to Brighton at home. Like they're so up and down. So, and I think the fact they play. I know we play 3 o'clock on Saturday, so we'll have done our game. I'm not 100% sure when City play off the top of my head. So, if Arsenal play last out of the three, that could really be like a big hit, if that makes sense. Like I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
It could be
Um,
really sort of indicator
it
to
could be
where
8 points
they
behind. Yeah, 8 points off of City, which is a lot. Behind a City team that's only going to probably get better when they get injuries or buy someone in January. So no,
are.
that'd be a good week. But
Yeah, it'd be an interesting week. Obviously, like we say, I think we said last week with Arsenal, it's sort of they need to get points on the board. Otherwise, it's going to be very telling to see where they are come the end of
hmm.
the season.
I
Um,
think they need to go at teams more. I think with the talent they've got,
they should be. They should be. Obviously, with
yeah,
Odegaard out injured, it's a bit difficult. But
yeah, he's obviously a massive miss. And I do think they've lost his creativity, but you've still got Martinelli, Saka, Jesus, Sterling, Havertz. These are all
Marino,
players that can score
Rice.
goals. Marino, yeah, like or yeah, that
You talk
one
about
where
players creating.
Nieri as well.
Rice has been
What a banger they over there.
Rice has been creating. So
That's it. They just need more from them. I think they're too quick to like just sit back. It's
mm,
like they're happy to scrape a 1-0 at home all the time, and it's
yeah.
like
No,
that's
you
not
should be demolishing. If
that's
you're
not the
winning cups,
mindset
you
you
need to be
want. Yeah,
demolishing teams. You need to be head and shoulders the best team in the league.
yeah.
And
Give the
then
fans like give them something. Like I get being, as I said, away at City. I understood it, but I think at home to Liverpool that we're there for a little bit for the taking at times, and everyone's sort of like, oh, Arsenal, or whatever, whatever. If they'd have beaten us, it would have been a real statement. Whereas if you look at the result, obviously Man City the big winners, but overall, I think it's a very good point for us away at Arsenal, and City will be there going, well, that's them two sort of a bit behind. So yeah,
definitely. Right. We'll wrap up the podcast there. Um, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching, and we'll be back next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And then we'll do 4 weeks in a bounce. Imagine that of all our
well,
work schedules. Oh my word, that'd be
that'd be
God,
exciting.
be emotional. Just like when Norwich inevitably win the league this year.
Exactly.
We will. I got. Do you know? I just bought her science. What a beautiful play. If you haven't watched his goals, everyone, go watch his two goals from the weekend. Borja's bangers. That's what we're going to end the video on. Borja's bangers.
That could be, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah,
There we
Borges
go.
bangers.
There we go. We'll see you guys later.